Welcome! You must be excited about how to create and run your first Go program. So fasten your seatbelts and get your favorite drink. Mine is coffee. We're starting. Now I'm going to show you how to create and run a very simple Go program. It will print just a Hello Gopher message to the console. Nothing fancy for now. However, it will be a good first step. I'm going to walk you through 3 steps to achieve this goal. First, you're going to learn how to create a Go program. Second, you're going to learn how to run it from the command line. Third, I'm going to explain the parts of a Go program in greater detail. Here are the steps for creating your first Go program. First, you learn about GOPATH to know where to put all your source code. Second, you need to create a few folders and main.go file for your first program. Third, I'm gonna show you what code to type in main.go file to make it a runnable Go program. Alright, let's talk about GOPATH now. Now I'm gonna type GOPATH to show you my GOPATH. GoEnv is a Go tool which shows environment variables and configurations which Go tools use. As you can see, GOPATH shows a folder under my user directory. Let me also show you where is my user directory. Here, my user directory is the same with what the GOPATH starts with, right? So GOPATH is a folder under my user folder. Now I'm going into my GOPATH directory. Let's see what's inside. Here are only 3 directories. I'm interested in the src directory. It contains Go source code files. Let's list the files inside src folder. My project is inside github.com directory. It's because it's best practice to put your files into a folder named with your github.com/user path to prevent the clashes with other projects. In github.com folder, there is a folder called inançgümüş, which is my GitHub username. Let's get into it and see what's inside. Learn Go folder is where I store all the projects for this course. Let's see what's inside. First is the folder where I store the first program that I'll be demonstrating for this section. Let's go inside and see what's there. Only one file. That main.go file is the source code for your first program. It lives here. The highlighted part is my GOPATH. This is the source folder where you should put your Go source code files. And this is my GitHub user path. Learn is the umbrella folder for this course. And finally, this is the project folder for this course. Let's see how it looks in a tree view. This is also how you should lay out your own projects under GOPATH. That's it. Now let's get back and talk more about GOPATH. As you've seen in the demonstration that GOPATH is actually just an environment variable, which shows a location to a physical directory on your computer. By default, Go assumes that the folder that GOPATH shows is under your users folder. And in that case, there won't be an environment variable for GOPATH. So you don't need to set it. Programmers who are new to Go read or watch incorrect tutorials online, then try to set their GOPATH. You don't need to do that, it's automatic. The directory where GOPATH is referencing to is also called as a workspace, which means that it's a place for all people who work on Go code. It also shows Go tools where they can find Go source code files and other related stuff like compiled packages and executable binaries and so on. By convention, every Go project also uses this folder. So for example, when you download a Go project, it will also be stored inside of the workplace folder, which is, as you know now, GOPATH. By the way, the GOPATH directory that you've seen in the demonstration part has been created by Visual Studio Code Go extension automatically. It was in its default location, which is my user folder. Because Visual Studio Code already creates it, that means you don't need to create it. And inside of the physical GOPATH folder, there was a directory called src. This directory contains Go source code files. I've seen so many online courses that even don't teach how to properly use GOPATH. They directly go and create their projects in a random folder somewhere in their computer. This is actually one of the famous beginner mistakes, but this won't be a problem for you. Let's say that you have a main.go file, which is a source code file for an executable Go program. Obviously, you need to store this file in a folder. So we Goppers store our source code files under src folder of GOPATH. In Go, every executable program needs its own directory. So you need to create a new directory for executable program under GOPATH src folder. Here I'll create a directory for my imaginary program called first under src folder of GOPATH. Then you need to put your main.go file under your program's folder, like this. Now main.go file is under the folder named first, which is under src folder, which is under GOPATH. Actually, as I've demonstrated before, if you have a GitHub account, then it's better to put your programs under your github.com/user directory under the src folder, like this. In this example, you need to change the name of the directory to your user, the part that says your user. In this example, instead of putting my program folder directly under src folder, I put it inside of github.com/your-user folder. This is a convention among Go community. This way, you'll prevent name clashes with other packages. Think of it like namespace in your program. Okay, let's find out where the physical directory that GOPATH environment variable shows in your own computer. I'm on a Mac, so my GOPATH is under my user folder, which is ~go, as you can see here. Or if you're on a Linux distro such as Ubuntu, you can find it in the same folder as well. Or if you're on Windows, then you need to go to %user profile %/go, as you can see here. That directory should be in users/yourname directory. If you type %user profile %/go in Explorer's address bar, then you'll also go there. I've already shown you how to go to your GOPATH from command line. I'll show you how to open VS Code using GOPATH. It's because you'll be creating your program under GOPATH/src folder while you were inside VS Code. Go to your command line and just type code ~go/src. Now you're ready to create your first Go program under VS Code. Congrats, now you have learned what's about GOPATH and you have found a good place to put your first program. Don't underestimate that so many gophers stuck on the step. But after this, it will be way much easier. See you in the next lecture.